Trust-based systems contain inherent blind spots, and bad faith actors specialize in identifying them. They operate within the rules to find hidden loopholes, draining value while the surface appears perfectly balanced. Bola operates a sweet shop that is currently being crushed by a catastrophic financial drain. He recently purchased a fish pond that has become a black hole for his capital. The daily maintenance costs and overhead have scaled far beyond any revenue the fish can generate. Financial desperation of this magnitude creates a systemic vulnerability. To a predatory actor, a business owner in panic looks like a high-value target with a clear point of entry. The minister leverages his high social standing to offer a rescue. He proposes to buy the pond outright, immediately removing the debt from Bola's ledgers. To make the loss of ownership palatable, the minister promises that Bola will still receive 50% of every harvest pulled from the water. This offer targets the desperate Mark's need for an exit. Bola eliminates his maintenance liabilities and wipes out his debt while maintaining equity in the yield. The fairness of this deal depends entirely on how it is enforced. By omitting the specific mechanisms for monitoring the catch, the minister has left the contract open to manipulation. The agreement dictates the split of the resources, but it stays silent on when or how those resources are extracted and who gets to watch the process. The minister uses this silence to execute a clandestine night raid, extracting the vast majority of the pond's value under darkness. At the official daylight harvest, Bola receives exactly half of what is left, a negligible fraction. This is a weaponization of asymmetrical information. The minister uses his exclusive knowledge of the secret catch to ensure the public transaction only applies to the remaining scraps. The minister has fulfilled the literal requirements of the verbal agreement. He has simply engineered an operational cycle where the rules of the game guarantee he takes the lion's share every time. Gopal analyzes the situation, identifying the exact repetitive cycle the minister uses to siphon wealth. Gopal recognizes that protesting the lack of fairness is ineffective against a bad faith actor. Instead, the solution requires hijacking the minister's own operational timeline. They set the bait by scheduling a new official harvest for 2 days in the future. This forces the minister to schedule his next secret raid for tomorrow night. Gopal and Bola move first, executing their own undocumented catch tonight. They intercept the value 24 hours before the minister's crew arrives. When the minister's men drop their nets the following night, they find a completely cleared-out system. By identifying the minister's timing and moving ahead of him, Gopal successfully front-runs the exploit without ever stepping outside the established rules of the deal. The minister arrives for the public harvest, only to find the pond entirely empty. His secret raid turned up nothing, and his official share is now 0. He prepares to accuse Bola of theft, but the realization of his own position stops him. The minister is paralyzed by a logical contradiction. Claiming the fish were stolen requires him to admit he was at the pond in the middle of the night attempting to take them himself. Leverage has shifted to Bola. He now holds the intercepted capital, supported by the implicit threat of exposing the minister's secret raids to the king. The minister is forced to void the contract and return the deed. His own strategy of undocumented extraction became the mechanism that enabled Bola to take back the asset. With the pond restored, Bola is free of debt. Gopal secures a massive catch for his home, resolving the domestic pressure that started this journey. When a contract is built on a hidden exploit, expecting the bad faith actor to follow the spirit of the law provides no protection. To defeat a rigged game, you must map the scammer's methodology and disrupt their operational loop from the inside.